Alright, pretty sweet hand. Don't have Utopia's Sprawl, but that's about it. Challenge over, yeah. Oh no, free drop. Was just got control. Just absolutely awful deck. Literally unplayable. I mean, there's a world where I'm 3-0 with the same matchups. I think I won a game every match. And I mulliganed a lot and never really top decked much of anything. But that's just control. It's just the way control rolls in Modern. Was I playing Expressive Iteration? No. I think I should have. What? Frenchman goes everywhere with a pigeon. Awkward. It's my first time playing it. Kale, played it the other day. I don't know where the list comes from. It's somewhat straightforward. People have been talking about Risen Reef with Omnath and the new Elementals. And Sprawl feels like a probably easy inclusion. Then there's, I mean, the numbers you need to tweak. Speaking of absolutely unplayable cards, Delver of Secrets. Yeah, people still getting hooked by Delver, still getting hooked by Control. There have been a couple spots in the past year or two where Control was decent. I think Control would be fine if Veil of Summer was banned. I'm not saying they should ban it, but I felt like it's the nail in the coffin. Just a little too much to deal with for Control decks. Because also just the threat of Veil, like you don't know if they have it or not in their deck or in their hand or how many they play, and makes it so damn hard, honestly. Junt? I feel like Junt's not that bad in Modern. You O3 was Lantern? Do you play the blue-black version or the black-green version, though? Played 40 match of Lantern? Well, must have gone well if you played it in the challenge after playing 40 match. Yeah, I agree the blue-black seems better. Blue-black version seems better, but not a Lantern player. Oh, rip. 5/5 flyer. Do have Solitude in my deck. So I've got that going for me. I can just let my Ren go. It's done its job. I don't have to try and protect it at all costs. Wow, I'm bad. I literally my only 1 mana spell, and I kept trying untapped. Very good Soul Herder deck. There's someone who's been doing well with Soul Herder, yeah. Soul Herder won the challenge last weekend. I think there's one Soul Herder in the deck, but still kind of Soul Herder deck. Soul Herder is probably okay, because there's not a ton of Lava Dart right now. Not a ton of burn. Yeah, people have Force of Vigor, people have Stony Silence, Grudges, you name it. gonna go with the kind of greedy line. Could have gone call for Solitude. Or I can just draw the Solitude of the... Alright, I guess I'll stop being greedy. Maybe I shouldn't have stopped being greedy. Might have just died to that 5/5 to fat and played Solitude right away. Is Heliod so strong? I don't know, I'm not a Heliod player. I don't know how it lines up against what the other people are playing. Hard to imagine it's terrible. Doesn't have like... It's a pretty well-rounded deck now. Might be bad though. You don't get to play Ragavan, you don't get to play Urza Saga. You don't get to play Charlotte's Agent. You basically don't get anything new. That's usually not a good sign. I think new sets, in my case, I feel like they have a bigger impact than I think they're going to have. You'll think like a deck can survive a new set and still be good. Oh, I wasn't dead on board. That guy was just a 1/1 again. Alright. You think you're like, oh, deck's really strong. How much could like a new set, how big of a difference could it make? And doesn't it end up making a pretty big difference? Alright, Endurance. Actually, Endurance is pretty good. 25 lands. This deck has a lot of mana sources, but it has a lot of strong payoffs too. I just drew all the stupid Mariners. Mariners are nice though. They pitch to Force, they pitch to Solitude. I can see why they're in the deck. I don't think you really need Subtlety in this matchup. The Fairy seems good. I hate Explosives. I'm not gonna bring it in. I don't know why. I mean, yeah. Force doesn't seem that good. Explosives for 1, blow up my own sprawls. Doesn't sound that great. Big Bowl of Eggs? How does Big Bowl of Eggs even work? As in, like, Big Bowl of Scrambled Eggs? Or just hard-boiled eggs? You're just like have 6 hard-boiled eggs in a bowl and you're just eating them like a psychopath. Raw eggs, yeah, they're just like next. Oh, like cereal. Like just drink it? Yummy. Sounds delish. Chad, I think I have a problem. I just get super sensitive to like noise, and I was watching Cherry X-Man stream this morning and I had to stop watching after 2 minutes because he kept saying He kept saying like after every other word he would say it was driving me crazy. And then when we record the podcast, I can hear a little tapping of mics, but apparently no one else hears it, so I don't know if it's my headphones or it also like kind of drives me crazy. Little OCD. I'm not really OCD at all, I don't think so, but So please let me know if, I know I say like a lot. Just let me know in a nice way if I have really bad speaking habits, or because maybe if you feel that way, a lot of other people feel that way as well. And it's probably better if it's something I can actually change. If you're like, Gab, I don't really like the sound of your voice. I'm like, well, sucks to be you, I guess. Find another streamer. Cherry is adorable, and it's the first time I've noticed it. So I don't know, maybe when you're tired sometimes, your bad habits kicked in, or maybe I just never noticed it before, and I'm going to start noticing all these sounds, and I'm going to start going crazy soon. Not sure that's something I should talk about on stream. Maybe I should DM him. I mean, it's not mean or anything. Just stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness. Sounds more like misphonia than OCD. What's misphonia? No need to bash on other streamers. That was bad of me to bring up the Cherry X-Men thing. Let's move on. How's the deck so far? 100% lose rate. And they probably have like 3 counter spells in hand. I would play control on MTGO at Force of Negation wasn't $100. Well, that might just be the luckiest thing that ever happened to you, honestly. Saving Force of Negation, saving control players from themselves. Dysphonia is a disorder in which certain sounds trigger emotional or psychological responses that some might perceive as unreasonable given the circumstance. Those who have misphonia might describe it as when a sound drives you crazy. Their reactions can range from anger and annoyance to panic and the need to flee. Wow. Here's counterspell number 1. Only 4 more to go. That would be a good thing for me to do. Work on not saying like anymore. Because I think that's something you can correct really easily. I don't know about really easily, but just be conscious about it. And then it'll eventually go away. Did I feel the need to flee? Well, I felt the need to mute the stream or shut off the stream. Which one should I bait with? I think I should play Titania first, because it might not be relevant next turn, but the clock is still relevant next turn, whereas... Oh my god. Well then, I guess I'm playing Omnath. Looks like this deck needs a second basic forest. Probably not a luxury. Three most impactful cards of the sets are Urza's Saga, Charlotte's Agent, I would still say, but that might be biased. Urza's Saga has got to be undisputed number 1. Ragavan. What else? Did we consider Cavernal Souls? We did not. The Chandler is up there. The Chandler's top 10. I would not say Counterspell is impactful, because the Counterspell decks are mostly bad. The good Counterspell decks are probably decks like Mill, which could argue maybe don't really need Counterspell. Oh, Asmo, yeah. Asmo Cookbook, I guess, is a package. These two probably go together. That's more impactful than So I got clear number 1. And then Asmo Cookbook tied for second. Or like second as a package. Then maybe Ragavan third. Charlotte's Agents fourth. Chandler fifth. I'm not sure I would rank Prismatic Ending that high just because I think the Prismatic Endings are actually not very good. Same reasoning for Counterspell. I gambled. I'm not sure what they would have that kills Omnath. There's the Unholy Heat card. But I felt like I needed both triggers maybe. On my turn, on their turn, get out of range of Lightning Bolt. Vapor Snag. Yeah, there's a few cards, but if I play the lane first to play around removal, then I'm just die to a top deck Lightning Bolt. So I don't think that's super appealing. Looks like I should get and catch a Triumph earlier in the game. Fruit of Breach was Blood Moon main deck. Fruit of Breach was never a tier 1 deck. And Counterspell over Mana Leak is not the biggest upgrade. Could have maybe fetch into Titania, yeah, because I get the extra land and I get to fetch on their turn. But I think I would have had to bolt myself, because there's only one basic forest. It kept on top. Scary. Hopefully it's not Lightning Bolt, or if it is, hopefully I have a land on top. I'm gonna draw Sprawl Veil. Feel the Lightning Bolt coming, chat. They said punt in chat. I wonder what their punt was. Puts Counterspell into the graveyard. Puts card on top. Alright, same deal. Oh! Well, Knife Dev on Holy Heat, I lose. Click for their upkeep. Warlord Wolf, thank you so much for the enthusiastic resub. Love to see it. The PogChamps. PogChampo. 8-8 flying. Speaking of loving to see it, how do I beat an 8-8 flyer? I need to find a Solitude, meaning Risen Reef. We missed playing Titania for 2 turns. Why? By sacking lands on my turn? Oh yeah. I'm dumb. Cycle Veil. I didn't have green mana. But it would have been a good play if not. Alright, looks like we might be fine anyways. These are Risen Reef shenanigans. I need to find a Solitude. It is fun when it gets going. Why GG's? Think you won, my friend? I'm not done here. I'm not done yet. Please give me the Solitude. Why punish them? Justice. Naughty. Thanks for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. Gifted sub 585. Oh. Ah, the sweet sound of justice. Oh, I should do it now so they gain less life. Sweet, sweet justice. Calling for the early GGs. Upkeep? Yeah, I don't know. Didn't they? Yeah, you guys have one less land. Wait, no, it's not Path to Exile. Why does it matter if it's upkeep? GG's, you lose. I gave them the question mark, by the way. No big deal. Only appropriate answer. Oh, sorry, it's GG's loss for you. That's right. That was very sportsmanlike of them to GG you knowing you draw into your answer, yeah. Next level GG's. What an unexciting hand. No veils, no cheap removal, no sprawls. Turn on Chandler is probably GG. Thank God it's only a Delver. They lost their coin flip. Pretty unlucky by them to have their bad Delver turn on. Not their good Delver. Guess I'll play the land they saw. Why no EE? Because I hate EE. Why do I have combat damage? That's weird. Must have misclicked. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot they had Delver on top of Chandler. And they might even have Ragavan. So EE is probably appropriate. How does EE work against that, by the way? Is it still... It's still 1, right? It's like Jace Vryn's Prodigy. I think it's still 2. I like how the first 2 comments in the chats are different answers. Still a 1, yeah. You just want to play Stoneforge Mystic? You probably can. I think Stoneforge Mystic is in a decent spot right now. Might be a tiny bit underpowered compared to other things, but maybe not by much. What should I get here? Solitude or something else? I'd love it to counter that for some reason, but that'd be wishful, super wishful. Don't hate endurance, forces them to counter on their turn. Solitude, just so many resources. I think it's one of the two, solitude or endurance. Apparently that's the new troll. Like endurance, really? I feel like I'm gonna just die with all these cards in hand. I think I just need to get rid of Delver since they have no other pressure. Just hope to draw spells. Which one should I bait with? Teferi or Risen Reef? Probably Risen Reef. So I might get value out of... I mean, it's all gonna get countered, right? Wow. That is very surprising. I would have Bold plus Counterspell. Maybe they don't have Counterspell. Maybe they're just drawing poorly. What did they reveal? Iteration? And they kept mana up? Ah, that's such a tough spot. It's kind of greedy to go for Solitude now and play into their open mana, knowing they didn't play Iteration. I like the look at the card thingy. For some reason I find it amusing. You can take a look as a treat. Alright, obviously they could still have Counterspell plus Counterspell on my turn, but it's not super likely. Wow, did I just get owned and they didn't have Counterspell and I missed out on a free card? Or are they deciding Solitude is not worth countering anymore because I don't have the Risen Reef? I'm gonna play Resurgence while the card's relevant before I get too low and they don't even care anymore about it anymore. Looks like they might just be very flooded. They still haven't played their Iteration though. What's up with that? Concast on math with these? Oh yeah. Saving life total is good though, but I did totally miss that. Totally missed it. Should have played the fetch land. I was saving the fetch land for my Omnath, but I guess I missed a small detail. Is Voice of Resurgence plus Teferi Time Raveler a combo or non-bow? I can't really tell. Could just jam Titania and try and double spell next turn. That sucks. They topped. That's the upside of Teferi. I felt like Teferi was just not a winning line though. Just delays and doesn't necessarily advance my board position. But it does dodge Gust. Flipping into Iteration, eh? I guess not casting Solitude was Riven Reef on the stack ended up costing me the game. Maybe. Also not boarding in explosives. My one chief spell. I have a problem. I needed intervention on the card Engineered Explosives. It's doubly bad because I keep putting it in my sideboard and then not bringing it in when I should be bringing it in. So not only am I costing myself sideboard slots, but then I'm making also sideboarding mistakes. Then dying with free spells in hand. It's not good. It's not good at all. Does Fetchland save me? Not even. Bringing the heat. Endurance, pretty cool draw. Kind of close. I'm not a fast learner. Grizzly Bear into cancel. Snapkeep. I don't think it's getting any better. Sorry. Grizzly Bear into conditional cancel. It's a modern power level for you. Mull, I mean, I think I have to keep. Joke's on you. I have no good cards. Should I really... If you're mulliganing free lands and 4 spells you can cast...
Still love yellowhat after all this time.
Shadrash, thank you so much for the resub. 43 months. I'm glad you still enjoy the stream. I should probably not be playing this deck in the first place. Or, you know, you're probably playing too many bad cards. Yeah, white-black, my nemesis. What did I end up with yesterday? I went 5-3 was Living End, and I went 0-3 was Jeskai Control today. Then are okay. It's kind of nice just using one hand, I guess. It's not much faster. Maybe. Sometimes I use F2. You're right though, I should get in the habit of using F2 just much faster. I've been really lazy about it. Did the Jeskai deck feel bad? It didn't feel good. I lost somewhat close matches. In arguably tough matchups. Not really the meta I was hoping for. Or the matchups I was hoping for. Is Force of Negation just a trap these days? This deck does need some free spells with all the card advantage you get. But, well, all the card advantage if you have Risen Reef. I'm not ready to give up on Living Ends. Why would I give up? I never lose. I always have winning records. I always do really well. It's not about giving up. It's just trying different things. A little weirder just jamming a Sculler there. It's just bait. Force of Negation. Force of Negation is very expensive because it's also good in Legacy and Vintage. I think a lot of these prices are drawn up almost more by Legacy and Vintage than they are by Modern sometimes, or equally. I got it. White black. Stoneforge. Explosives for 2 maybe? I will say Explosives is a very decent card in pretty much any Omnath deck. Can't go too wrong. I'm looking at Fulminator Mage. Let's try Explosives. I haven't tried any Asmo decks yet. It's funny, it's actually one of the first cards I bought, and then I Goldfish was Dredgevine Asmo, and I was not even getting good draws in Goldfishing, so I gave up and I sold them back. I haven't had them since, but you also need Urza Saga. I might try these decks this week. I might come around this week, and do I need the Sagas? I can just buy them. Or bar them, I'm sure. I've mostly been enjoying playing the non-Saga decks, trying to figure stuff out since everyone's playing Saga anyways. How I priced my MTGO account? It was, counting the 2,000 ticks, it was 10,600 ticks on good bots. I think I might sell. Just get a sponsorship from one of the card renters. Not too sure. I like the idea of having my own cards. They pitched another Solitude. I guess Risen Reef is probably better than Omnath, right? They probably die to the same cards. Risen Reef's higher upside. I still lost everything I've more than 4 up recently. I have not. What did I get? This is tempting. This is tempting, but let's not be too greedy here. Man, that's a bit awkward. Good thing I have explosives in my opening hand. Explosive Denier, Copium. Explosive's not a good card. It's clunky. Any domains do I like? Lists I like? I think they're a little one-dimensional. It's just all aggression. You don't go fish faster than Titans, they're just bad against Asmo. Asmo's kind of driving out a lot of the creatures decks, right? You can't really play these decks. They're just kind of bad against the food decks, and the deck's really bad against living in too. So it's probably not super great. Really? What does that even mean? Do you think Living In has a decent food matchup? I don't think so. I beat it twice yesterday, but they drew poorly. And I drew pretty well. I would have to play more. Also tune my sideboard strat against it. And figure out exactly what's the best configuration against them. Even though it's going to vary on what sideboard cards they have, but typically is it a matchup where you want all 4 force negations? Or is a card disadvantage too big of a deal? That kind of stuff. They're stuck. Very nice. I think I might get my first win of the day.
2 years.
Suze, thank you so much for sticking around. Happy anniversary to us. Thanks for the resub. Oh, hello. Plague Engineer. All right. Opponent showing signs of life. Just kidding. Just joking. Explosive so good was on math. I knew that. Confirmed. Why is it important to kill away? Just get damage in. Also use up my mana. And if they have a second one, they kill my voice, but maybe that's fine. Now I'm stuck. So what happens if you draw another Plague Engineer? You get a bunch of 2/2 tokens and they die one by one. I guess I got a little impatient with explosives. If I hold it, I could get hit by the discard spell. If I play it and it sits there, could have Skyclave, but we haven't seen Skyclave yet. Yeah, you just play it and let it sit and play was the right play. How did Zan's stream go? I caught the very beginning when he was building the Abzan Ether Vial Asmo deck. Sounded pretty good, but it also sounded like build your own Wild Nacatl. So I wasn't super sold. Felt a little gimmicky to me. But it is cool that you can just violin Asmo on turn 1. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that list looked especially good. It looked very underwhelming. Even with the possibility of putting Asmo into play on turn 1. Yeah, I don't know why everyone's obsessed with white black. I agree. People just love the sewer. Anything better than Solitude? Are they just... I was gonna say, are they just dead on board, but they're gonna gain 4. Not good enough. They scooped. Alright, chat, I'm gonna take a quick break, just get a snack. I'll be back. This takes just so bad. I don't know how Caleb wins with these decks. Maybe he just presses the mulligan button. A powerful tool. Let's see. Can get Temple Garden. Pot of Sprawl. Plus Renning 6. Keeps them a little busy. What's the Fury for in the Monkey Sideboard Blade? It's probably good against decks that have creatures and or planeswalkers that have toughness and or loyalty of 4 or less. I couldn't resist, I'm sorry. It's because of the double strike. Double strike is good with Batterskull. You just put a sword or a Batterskull on it, and then you just go nuts. These force of negations have been heinous. You want to kill Manufacturer? Yeah, I probably was supposed to, actually. I could probably scoop. Let's see that one sometime. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. What do we think? This fulminator mage is nice against sort of saga. Okay. Why not? Maybe just play the elemental version with all the elementals and the graveyard stuff. The red one too. Instead. I'll just play an explosives for one. Let them know. I have another cookbook in hand, right? It's bad to do it now to have another Asmo. It's not super likely to do. Because if they had it in hand, they would have probably played it off finale. Oh, my E for 0 blue. Oh, wow. Yeah, I totally missed that. Oh, they got tricked by Zan. They added Ether Vial to their deck. Alright, I guess I have to start somewhere. Since I soft locked myself. Was explosive. I get the foods, I guess. That part is nice. Forgot about E for 0 getting rid of the foods temporarily. It's a little something. I wonder why they didn't play a cookbook. I'm not crazy. They have cookbook in hand, right? All in on Titania. Try to beat them. And next turn I can go double Risen Reef, or do I go for the value? I only have one source of blue. So I guess I'll play Titania. Get a second source of blue. I'm gonna do it now. In case they have Pithing Needle? Question mark. I'll just get Hallowed Fountain as my second source of blue. Be able to cycle the Triumph. I'd love it if their turn was just make a token. That'd be good for me. I'll be right back, chat. Oh, that's why they didn't play the cookbook. They just wanted to make a token with Saga. I was missing something. I guess I'll chump. There goes my beatdown plans. Should have played. Okay. Pretty good. Step 1. Dang it. Oh wait, I get more. Alright, no white card. Let's see who degens who. That's not good, chat. I am just scoop, right? I'm just dead on board. Well, that was a blowout.
Did you know Harmonic Prodigy significantly decreases the number of times you have to type Kiki Jiki for the combo win? Hashtag Kiki Harmonic Falidar Recruit.
Bull Snap Bolt, thanks for the 16 months and all the donations. Harmonic Prodigy was Recruiter. Is Recruiter a wizard? Or a shaman? Guessing not. That'd be a good one to call. Human advisor. I got green mana. Means I can't cast turn 2 voice, but I want to be able to cast Risen Reef. It's probably a mistake though. Most of my lands would make. Yeah, your message was just total nonsense. Kind of got baited even just trying to figure it out. I think they're gonna blow me out was Merfolk. What are they playing, by the way? They're not a Yorion deck. They play Ether Vi. Oh, they're just that deck, right? Ah, that's nasty. That is mean-spirited. Why are you doing all of that in response? Probably close between pitching voice and pitching not voice. Look at the card. I'd love to look at the card. Just put it in my hand. There's nothing I can do anyways. Oh, I guess it's like the bluff. Yeah, I guess they need to do that because it could be a land and you could put it in your hands. Alright. Because you're not obliged to put the lands into play. You can put them in your hand if you want. Am I deado? Can endurance into solitude. Alright, I guess I should do it. I think this matchup might be pretty decent. I was hoping for no lofty denial, Don't think they play that card. Very nice. Some might even say easy clap. Yes, yes, I'm looking at the... Ooh, not our fetch land. Oh, very nice. Just cast it now. Well, we only have spell color. Hey, mana symbol. You're welcome. Alright, they're not technically dead. Might be a decent Yorion deck too, this elemental deck. Except Omnath and Resin Reef are best cards, but top 4 from yesterday. Lost to Urza Saga decks twice. Urza Saga. Blue black. What am I supposed to do? Is this explosive? Assuming just cast it. Could save it for much later. So this is not even always great against them because they have Selfless Spirit. A VP drafted Silencer. Okay, new hero. Ren doesn't do too much for me. But I guess it's better than not doing anything else. Kind of already regretting my turn on explosives on one. We'll see. Might not end up being that bad. Have I ever played Age of Empires? I think I've played that game whenever Age of Empires 2 came out. What's that? 20 years ago? I used to play. That game was fun. It's probably supposed to do subtlety. Not sure I'm playing this game perfectly. Also, this game's kind of effed. NGL, etc. Alright, I'll just do it because I get a card of the Risen Reef, hopefully. And I need to slow them down a tiny bit. Hope I get lucky. Snowball, second Risen. Explosive just chilling there was just a masterful bait for this. So that my Risen Reef could live. An honorable sacrifice from Comrade Explosive. It's kind of a big game if you don't have Spellcaller here. Okay. Maybe they forget it has flying too. Kind of easy to forget. Oh, hell. I thought I was so dead. Hello. I'm still gonna lose. I'm just dead on board. Am I dead because I fetched one too many times? Oh yeah, it's dead on board. Alright, I'll... Skyclave doesn't fly. They can tap my flyer with Skyclave and Shackle. I'm not so late to the party. Sometimes your opponent just misses on. Alright, last match. Add more solitudes. Sure, but I feel like getting multiple Risen Reef in play is the real important thing. Little snarky comment from Spider Space. What's up? More solitudes. The CMC are rough for Vile Deck, I agree. Yeah, I got the list from Caleb. Not sure who he got the list from. Probably Solitude's pretty bad up until... Ooh, it's been a while. I haven't seen that deck yet in the new meta. Little vengeful. with his own list. Should I just get endurance? That's right, Spike is part of the CFB Pro team now. I'm not sure if he's like the pro team, but he makes content for CFB Pro. So, you know, if you were thinking about getting CFB Pro, but you felt like maybe there was not enough modern content, yeah, Spike now writes articles and I'm guessing makes videos too for CFB. If you want to check that out, you can use my code if you sign up. You can use his code. What's your code, Spike? Is it just Aspiring Spike? It's Spike. Alright, I should probably, even though Titania looks super busted here, maybe more Titania too? Yeah, CFB Pro, it's $5 a month. You get access to all the deck guides, deck highlights, in-depth deck guides with sideboard guides, strategy for matchups and mulligans, and entire database of deck guides that they've been making for a couple of years now, or for a year. And there's a ton of perks. If that's something you think you might be interested in, you should definitely check it out. All right, game looks like it's going, as in this game's probably over. They're not recovering. The Vengevine deck is super explosive, but it's also really bad at recovering. It pretty much doesn't recover. You can finish people off if you're playing Overgrown Tomb. Just cast a bunch of Vengevines. Cast your creatures sometimes. Is Guy's Blessing good enough in this matchup? Seems fine. Fulminator Mage is kind of good against that deck, but I think it's a bit slow. And I probably want Force of Negation for Glimpse and really anything. Run-ins. Subtlety seems bad. Oh, I guess that's it. Alright. I like to keep Ren in 6 just to make my land drops. Helix buys you a tiny bit of time. Doesn't seem that effective against them. Yeah, feels like cheat this matchup. Mr. Endurance twice. I guess I tutored for it in game 1. Huh. Not in a rush, right? My hand doesn't do much anyways. Just use my hate down. Isn't Veil good here? They don't always have anything that you want to Veil. What do you want to Veil? They might have Thoughtseize, and that's about it, I think. They could have Fatal Push too, but Fatal Push not super good against me. So what do they have this time? Double Chill and the Ghouls. So I guess I need to evoke. I have to evoke anyway, so... I'll play it slow. I'll keep Force. I'll keep Mariner for Force in case I have another glimpse.
For only $20 a month, the CSB Platinum package includes Yellowhat will personally sideboard for you during your tournaments, will congratulate you on Nassif 50ing every time you 32, and you'll receive his new hit single Ragavan before.
Norm. Too good. Thank you so much for the resub, Norm. Told you it's a special deal for you and to keep it quiet. Contra. It's actually, I think the first time I ever do something like that with Guy's Blessing. Maybe not. It's been a while. Did I get the wrong? Who's baiting? Hey, ID. All right. Do you need a glimpse? That's probably it. The glimpse are a very lucky Merfolk Secret Keeper. That supplier kind of works. Wow. I just got wrecked. I'd still be okay. Looks like I might just be alright with Solitude Hardcast next turn. Ignoring Ren and 6. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to shoot Supplier because I want them to attack with them and so I can lifelink of them without losing my Solitude. Could have maybe still killed one. Hey, this is 4-color elementals. I don't think I have black in the deck. Get rid of Benchfine. Two Narcomoeba and a Creeping Chill. I can shoot down Narcomoebas, so that this is a kill of the list, yep. Yeah, they've had great, which is not always the case with the deck. Was Glimpse, sure, milling 10 cards. They were just milling 3 cards, 4 cards. It's not a given, you're just gonna... costing me a life. So I guess I don't want to fetch. Probably want to kill an Archimedes. Play Titania. Play my fish land. One life saves me free damage. Not really. I can't. There's not a timing where I can stack the trigger, sack the land, and still get back the land, because it targets when it comes into play. So if the land is not already in the graveyard when you cast, when it comes into play, you're not getting it back. So I'd be paying one life to have an extra land in play, basically, which I don't care about. Exactly, the one life just gets me ramp. Instead of Creeping Chill, I have the lifelink from Solitude for that. Not sure their attack was the... I'm not sure their attack was... The supplier is super good here. I gain free life. One life. Monk S. Oh wow. What that Creeping Chill mill. Alright. No. Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even realize I can pump the lifelink here. That's actually nuts. So good. They have 2 amalgams coming back. Should I put the token on Omnath maybe? More important than Titania right now. It's a good draw too. Oh no. Don't have now. Classic Force of Negs. Alright, we need to dodge Creeping Chill. They only have 1 left, 2 left. 2 left. Not like this, chat. Oh my god. Not exactly lethal. Oh, yeah. Current says reach, but they have 2 narcos. So close. Had a good turn next turn too. The extra counter? What do you mean? Put both counters on the lifelink here. I was at 1. I couldn't sack. I couldn't sack the land before damage. Oh, that was only game 2. Oh. Phew. Easy. Alright, we good. These sprawls have been... Right, their actual best card. A second response to the Narcomoeba trigger in case you mail the... just to go right now. I guess I'll... Maybe I should have just gone Guy's Blessing, Voice of Resurgence. If they had Gleams, they would have played last turn. I'm just a little tired right now. Yeah. I time locked myself, kind of. Great. And they have nothing good. They have one good card in the yard. Kind of need the cantrip though to just find something and not die. I'm playing this game poorly. Because what am I even hoping to get at this point? Anything they mail, they're probably going to be able to bring back right away. They have 5 cards in hand. Wow. It's possible they have Glams and they're just playing around Force of Negation. I got them. Value. Patience. Gravecrawler, and Ghoul, and Guy's Blessing's pretty sweet card. Just Guy's Blessing herself for value, Fred density. That was a cool deck. It was Band Control, Juror's Wisdom. It was a sorcery. I think it's 2 white and 2 sorcery. You gain life equals... You gain 2 life for each card you have in your hand. And Wall of Blossoms was legal. It was like Guy's Blessing, Wall of Blossoms, Counterspell, Wrath of God, Juror's Wisdom. Maybe red for like Lightning Bolt or Fireball. And then maybe Disc. And you just won with Guy's Blessing. You like mailed people with Guy's Blessing. You just didn't deck. It's like, oh. Alright. All looking pretty grimsky. Birds of Paradise into Imperial Armor. I never really saw that. It was mostly a white weenie card. Put it on the Soltari Priest against Mono Red. Pretty mediocre result for what felt like a pretty mediocre deck.